Hello students, today we are going to start exercise 1.3 of chapter 1 number system. Now see what is given in the first question. Write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion is here. Okay, some rational numbers are given in this question. Before starting this question, I am going to discuss the types of the decimal. How many types of decimal are there? Now see, I write here rational number. You know every rational number is in the form of p by q, where p and q belongs to integer and q is not equal to 0 is known as rational number. Okay, now I am going to discuss the decimal representation of a rational number. Decimal representation of a rational number is two types. Number one is terminating and number two is non-terminating and repeating, or it called recurring also. Repeating and recurring means same. There is no difference between these two numbers. Now I am going to discuss with terminating decimal number. What are the terminating decimal number? I am going to tell you by example. Now see, I write here one number 5 by 2. Now see, this is in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Therefore this number is also known as rational number. Now I am going to divide 5 by 2. 2 2s are 4. 1 is left. Now I take decimal here. After taking decimal here, I take 1 0. 2 5s are 10. 2 5s are 10. Now remainder of this question becomes 0. When the remainder of any question becomes 0, then that type of decimal is known as terminating decimal expansion. Okay? If the remainder becomes 0, then the given decimal expansion is known as terminating decimal expansion because their end is there. Now see, I write here non-terminating and repeating decimal. I am going to explain this by one example also. I take one number 10 by 3. Okay? Since this is also rational number, so I am going to divide this number 10 by 3. I am going to start with 3. 3 3s are 9. When I divide 10 by 9, what is left? 1. Okay? Now, since this number is less than by the divisor, so I put decimal here. After putting decimal, I take 1 0 here. Okay, now see, 3 3s are 9. Again 1 is there. 1 0 is taken out after taking decimal. So again this becomes 3 3s are 9. Now see, this process is going again and again. It means there is no end. It means and their remainder is cannot be equal to 0. And its remainder is not equal to 0. When remainder is going to not equal to 0, then it means the given decimal expansion is known as non-terminating. Since the numbers start repeating again and again, so therefore this become non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. You have to remember, in rational number only two types of number are there. Two types of decimal numbers are there. Number one, terminating when remainder becomes 0. Another is non-terminating when remainder is not going to 0. These type of number are known as non-terminating and repeating decimal. Now I want to start this question. Now see, first question is this 36 by 100. I am going to divide 36 by 100. I write here 36. I want to divide by 100. Since this number is less than by the divisor, so I take decimal. After taking decimal, I put 0 here. Then it is going to divide. 100 3s are 300. What is left? 60. After decimal, 1 0 is allowed to take. So this number becomes 600. Now 100 6s are 600. See what happened? Remainder becomes 0. Since the remainder becomes 0, therefore this decimal expansion is known as terminating decimal expansion. So this is known as terminating decimal expansion. Answer is terminating decimal. Now see this question. 8 4s are 32. 32 plus 1 33. Now I am going to divide 33 by 8. I write here 33. 8 4s are 32. 3 minus 2, 1. 1 is left. Since 1 is less than by the divisor, so I put decimal. After putting decimal, I take 1 0. Now this number is larger by the this. So it is going to divide. 8 1s are 8. What is left? 2. After decimal, 1 0 is allowed to take. So this becomes 20. Now 8 2s are 16. After that 4 is 0. It becomes 40 and 5s are 40. Now again remainder becomes 0. Since remainder is 0, therefore this decimal expansion is known as terminating decimal expansion. So write here terminating decimal expansion. So, okay, I hope it is clear now. Now see, one more question is there. Fourth part. In this question, we are going to divide 3 by 30. Okay, I write here 3 and going to divide it by 30. Since 3 is lesser than by the divisor, so I take decimal in the first. First I take decimal, after taking decimal, I take 0 here. When I take 0, then this become larger number. Now I start 13 to the 26. What is left? 4. After decimal, 1 0 is allowed taken. So this become 40. Now 13 3 is 39. 1 is left. Okay. After that, 1 0 is taken allowed. When I take 1 0, then this number is remain less than by the divisor. So I put 1 0 here and 1 0 here. Now this become 100. Now this is the larger number by the 30. Now 13 7 is 91. What is left? 9. After decimal, 1 0 is taken allowed. So this become 90. Now 13 6 is 78. What is left? 12. After that I take 1 0. So 13 9 is 117. Now see what happened. Now the remainder become 3. Remainder become 3. Now when we start this question, I start dividing 3 by 30. Now the same number is there. When the starting number and remainder become same, when the both number become same, it means from this number, these all numbers are going to repeat again and again, and their remainder cannot be equal to 0. Since their remainder cannot be equal to 0, it means the given decimal become non-terminating, and from this number, all these numbers are going to repeat. So the decimal representation of this become non-terminating. And repeating. So answer of this question become non-terminating and repeating. In the same way, you can solve the other parts of this question. Okay. Now I want to solve second question of exercise 1.3. See what is given. You know that 1 by 7 equal to 0.142857 and its bar. It means this decimal is known as non-terminating and repeating decimal. Can you predict what the decimal expansions 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7 and 6 by 7 are? Without actual doing the long division method. In this question, we are going to solve this question without doing long division method. Okay, if so, how? If it is possible, then how it is possible? This is the question. In our previous question, same question are there, but in this question we are going to divide. I check with dividing, but in this question division is not allowed. Without division, we have to find the value of these questions. Now see how it is possible. Now, since we know the value of 1 by 7, the value of 1 by 7 is given. Value of 1 by 7 is 0.142857 and its bar. Okay, I want to find its value. I want to find the value of 2 by 7 first. 2 by 7. Can 2 by 7 written in the form of this? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Why? Because 2 ones are 2, 7 ones are 7. It means 2 by 7 can be written as 2 into 1 by 7. Since the value of 1 by 7 is given, this one. So instead of 1 by 7, I am going to write this value. So 2 remains same. Value of 1 by 7 is given. I want to use this value. I write here 0.142857 and its bar. Now I want to multiply this complete number by 2. See, 2 sevens are 14, 1 is left, 2 fives are 10 plus 1, 11, 2 eights are 16 plus 1, 17, and 2 twos are 4 plus 1, 5. 2 fours are 8, and 2 ones are 2. After that, I put decimal and this bar sign. So the value of 2 by 7 become 0.285714. This is the answer of this question. In the same way, you can solve remaining parts. I want to solve one more part of this. I want to solve 3 by 7. Now see, 3 by 7 can be written as 3 into 1 by 7. Since we know the value of 1 by 7, so I am going to write here 0.142857 and its bar. Now I want to multiply this number by 3. Now see, 3 sevens are 21. 2 is left. 3 fives are 15. 15 plus 2, 17. 1 is left. 3 eights are 24. 24 plus 1, 25. What is left? 2. 3 twos are 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 3 fours are 12. What is left? 1 is left. 3 ones are 3 plus 1, 4. So answer become 0.42857 and its bar is there. So this is the answer. In the same way, you can solve remaining part of this question. 4 by 7 can be written as 4 into 1 by 7 and 5 by 7 you are going to write 5 into 1 by 7 and 6 by 7 you can write 6 into 1 by 7. After that, write the value of 1 by 7 and multiply it by 4, 5 and 6. In this way you get your answer. Now I want to solve question number 3 of exercise 1.3. Read the statement. Express the flowing in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. I am going to solve these two questions. In first question, what is given? 0.6 bar. I suppose this number is equal to X. Okay. After that, I want to follow 3 steps. In this question, I want to follow 3 steps. What is the first step? In first step, we have to take this decimal in front of bar digit. In this question, this decimal is already in front of bar digit. So, I want to take it as equation number 1. After taking first equation, second step is check how many digits are there under the bar. How many digits are there under the bar? In this question, only one digit is there. One digit means 10. 10 means I want to multiply this equation by 10. If there are 2 digits, then I want to multiply it by 100, and if there are 3 digits, I want to multiply the given number by 1000. Okay. Now, since this question having only 1 digit under the bar, so I want to multiply this equation number 1 by 10. Right here, multiply equation 1 by 10. Now I want to multiply this equation number 1 by 10. When I multiply x, then it becomes 10x. When I multiply this number by 10, then see what happens. This 6 bar can be written as 0.66666 and so on. What is the meaning? Non-terminating. When and is not there, it means these numbers are non-terminating, and this number is going to repeat again and again. How many numbers are there? I don't know how many numbers are there. There are infinite numbers, okay, which are uncountable. So this number can be written as 0.66666 and so on. When I am going to multiply this number by 10, then this decimal is going one place back. When I take this decimal one place back, then this come in this type. Since these numbers are written as 6 bar, so these numbers are also uncountable. Those numbers are also countable. I don't know how many 6 are there. In this, I also don't know how many 6 are there. So this can be written as 6.6. This is our second equation. Now, in the third step, I want to subtract this equation number 1 from equation number 2. So right here, subtract 1 from 2. So I want to write from 2. So I want to write second equation first. From this second equation, I am going to subtract first equation. What is the first equation? X. I want to subtract x from this, and this 0.6 bar from this. Now 10 minus 1 is 9x. Now see, I want to subtract here. I write both the numbers. Now this number is going to cancel with this number. After that, 6 minus 6, this become 6.0. 6.0 can be written as 6, and value of x become 6 by 9. Now 3 3 is a 9, 3 2 is a 6, value of x become 2 by 3. Now this 2 by 3 can be written in the form of P by Q. This is your answer. Okay. Now I want to solve its second part. See, what is given? In this question, it is given 0.47 bar. I take it equal to x. So I write here let this given number is equal to x. Now I want to follow my 3 rules. According to rule, I want to take this decimal in front of bar digit. Bar digit is 7. I want to take this decimal from this place to this place. For this, how many digits this decimal going to cross? 1 digit. 1 digit means 1 0. It means I am going to multiply this number by 10. So write here multiplying both sides by 10. When I multiply x by 10, this become 10x. When I multiply this number by 10, this decimal go in front of bar digit. So this is my first equation. After getting first equation, what is the next step? We have to check how many digits are there under bar. Again, 1 digit is there. It means I want to multiply this equation by 10 again. So right here again multiply both sides by 10. When I multiply this 10x by 10, so this become 100x. When I multiply this 10 by this number goes one number back, so this is written as this 47.7 bar. Now, what is the next step? We have to subtract this number 1 from 2. So right here subtract 1 from 2. I write down the second equation first. From this equation, I am going to subtract first equation. So I am going to write here minus 10 and here 4.7 bar. Now 100 minus 10 is 90x. I am going to subtract these two numbers. I write here 47.7 bar. After that decimal 7 bar and 4. This 7 is going to cancel 7 bar. 7 minus 4 is 3 and this become 43. So result become 43. So value of x become 43 by 90. Now this is also in the form of p by q. We have to convert this decimal in the form of p by q. So your answer is 43 by 90. I hope it is clear now. Now I'm going to solve question number 5. See what is given. What can be the maximum number of digits be in repeating below of the digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17. It means when we divide 1 by 17, numbers start repeating. We have to check after how many place of digits these numbers start repeating. This is our question. Now I want to divide this number 1 by 17. Since this number is less than by the divisor, so I take decimal here. After taking decimal here, 1 0 is allowed to take. Okay? Since again this number is less than by 17, so I put 1 0 here and 1 0 here. Now this number become 100. Now this number is divisible by 17. Okay? Now this question starts from here. When I divide 100 by 17, 17 5 is 85. 100 minus 85 is 15. After taking decimal, 1 0 is allowed to take. So this 15 become 150. After that 17 8s are 136. 14 become 140. 17 8s are 136. 4 is left. This can be written 40. Now 17 2s are 34. 17 2s are 34. What is left? 6. It becomes 60. 17 3s are 51. What is left? 9. This becomes 90. 17 5s are 85 again. Now what is left? 5. After 5, 17 2s are 34. What is left? 16. This becomes 150. 17 9s are 153. 7 is left. This becomes 70. Now 17 4s are 68. What is left? 2. I write 2 here 20. Now 17 1s are 17. What is left? 3. 17 2s are 34. 34 is a bigger number, so I am going to take it by 17 1s are 70. Again 30 is left. This becomes 30. After that 17 7s are 190. When I subtract 190 from 130, answer becomes 11. And 11 become 110. After that 17 6s are 102. What is left? 8. This becomes 80. After that 17 4s are 68. What is left? 12. After taking 0, this becomes 120. 17 7s are 190. See, when I subtract 190 from 120, what come? 1 come. Its remainder become 1. Now see, I start from 1 and remainder become also 1. It means from these digits, after these digits, these number are going to repeat. Okay? When remainder and dividend both become same, then it means from this number, all these number are going to repeat. Now I want to check after how many place of digit they are going to repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It means your answer is after 16 digit number will start repeating. Number will start repeating. After 16 digit, this number is going to start repeating. This is the answer. Now I want to solve question number 6. See what is given. Look at the several examples of rational number in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. This is the definition of rational number. Where p and q are integers with no common factors other than 1 and having terminating decimal. Can you give what property q must be satisfied? Now in this question we have to take some rational numbers. Okay, the decimal representation of these numbers are terminating. It means when we divide those number, then the remainder becomes 0. When remainder becomes 0, then the decimal expansion of those rational numbers is known as terminating decimal. Okay, when we check this is terminating decimal expansion, then what property of q? We have to check the property of q. This rational number, in this rational number, what property q must satisfy? We have to check the property of q when this rational number is going to represent any terminating decimal expansion. So I want to take some examples of rational number which is going to represent terminating decimal. So let us consider some rational numbers. I take one number 1 by 2, another 1 by 5. I take another number 21 by 10 and 31 by 25. I take 4 examples. Okay, it is written where p and q are integers with common factor other than 1. It means in these two numbers nothing is common other than 1, because 1 is common all in everyone. See, this 1 can be written as 1 into 1, 2 can be written 1, so there is 1 is common. 1 is common between every number because 1 is the multiple of every number. Now I want to check the decimal representation of these all 4 numbers. I want to divide 1 by 2. See, this number is smaller than by this, so I take decimal. After taking decimal, 0 is taken allowed. Now 2 5s are 10. Now what happened? Remainder becomes 0. Since remainder becomes 0, so this is known as terminating decimal expansion. So answer of 1 by 2 is 0.5, which is terminating decimal because its remainder becomes 0. Okay. Now I want to divide 1 by 5. See, when I divide 1 by 5, again this number is smaller, so I take decimal. After taking decimal, 0 is allowed. 5 2s are 10. Again remainder becomes 0. Since the remainder becomes 0, therefore this decimal is known as terminating decimal expansion. I write here 0.2. Again this is terminating decimal expansion. Now I want to divide 21 by 10 and check whether remainder becomes 0 or not. 10 2s are 20. What is left? 1. I take decimal here. After decimal, 1 0 is allowed, and 10 1s are 10. Again remainder becomes 0. Since remainder becomes 0, therefore this number is known as terminating decimal expansion. So 21 by 10 can be written as 2 by 1, 2.1, and this is terminating decimal expansion. Now I want to divide last number. What is given? We have to divide 31 by 25. See, I write here 31. I am going to divide it by 25. I want to check whether remainder becomes 0 or not. Now first 21 5 25 ones are 25, 11 minus 5 is 6. I take decimal here, after decimal I put 0 here. 25 2s are 50, 10 is there, after decimal 1 0 is out, so this become 100. 25 4s are 100, again remainder becomes 0. Since remainder becomes 0, therefore this is representing, this decimal expansion become terminating. So I take 4 examples, they all going to represent terminating decimal expansion. Now I want to check what is common between their Q, because in this question we have to define the property of Q, which property they are going to satisfy. Now see, this is in the form of P by Q, all the numbers are in the form of P by Q. Now I want to check which property is common between them. Now in this question Q is equal to 2, here Q is equal to 5, now here Q equal to 10, 10 can be written as 2 into 5, now here Q is equal to 25, Q is equal to 25 and 25 can be written as 5 into 5. Now see what is common between them. When any rational number represents terminating decimal expansion, then their Q is in the form of 2, or it is in the form of 5, or both 2 and 5, or only 5. It means when we divide any rational number by the factors of 2 or 5, either it is 2 or either it is 5, or both, when the given rational number is going to represent terminating decimal expansion. So which property you got from the example of these 4? So you write here, answer is, so Q must, so I write here prime factor of Q, prime factors of Q must be in the form 2 raised to power n and 5 raised to power m. This is the property. When any Q satisfies this property, then that type of rational number is going to represent terminating decimal expansion. This is your answer. Now I want to solve question number 7. See what is given. Write 3 numbers whose decimal expansion are non-terminating and non-repeating. In this question we have to write 3 numbers whose decimal expansion is in the form of non-terminating and non-repeating. Non-recurring or non-repeating are the same thing. So this is the definition of also irrational number. This type of decimal form is known as irrational number. This is the definition of irrational number. Because in irrational number, what is the definition? If any number is represented in the form of non-terminating or non-repeating or non-recurring, this such type of number is known as irrational number. It means we are going to give example of 3 irrational numbers. Okay, I am going to represent 3 irrational numbers here. So I want to write first irrational number or non-terminating and non-repeating number. I write here 0, 0.30, 300, 300, and 3 4 times 0 and so on. Since and is not there, so therefore this decimal is known as non-terminating. After that I want to check either they are going to repeating or recurring or non-recurring or non-repeating. So I want to start. Now see what is given. 30, 300, 3000 and 30,000. No numbers are going to repeat. Every time numbers are changing. First time 30, 300, 3000. If it is 3000, 3000, 3000, this number going to repeat one again and again. Then it is known as recurring or repeating. But in this case, no number are going to repeat. Every time new numbers are there. For this is the example of non-terminating and non-repeating decimal expansion. So therefore this number is also known as irrational number. Now I want to write second. You can write 0.31, 311, 311, 3 4 times 1 and so on. Since and is not there, therefore this is representing non-terminating. After that I want to check either they are going to repeat. See 31. No number are going to repeat. Therefore, they represent non-recurring or non-repeating decimal. So this is the second example of irrational number. Now I want to write third. Third number you can write 2.10, 1 0, 1 0 0, 1 0 0, 1 4 times 0, and so on. Since and is not there, therefore non-terminating. No number are going to repeat, therefore non-recurring. Therefore, this is the third example of irrational number. This is the answer of this question. I hope it is clear. Now I am going to solve question number 8. See what is given. Find three different irrational numbers between the rational numbers 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. Two rational numbers are given. We have to find three irrational numbers between them. Okay? Since you know the definition of irrational number, any number, if its decimal representation is non-terminating and non-repeating, that type of decimal is known as irrational number. Okay? For this, I am going to convert these two rational numbers in the decimal form. For this, I am going to divide 5 by 7. When I am going to divide 5 by 7, since this number is lesser, so I take one decimal. After taking decimal, 0 is taken out. 7 7 is 49. What is left? 1. I take 0. 7 1 is 7. And remainder become 3. I take its approximate value only. I take it up to 2 decimal. Okay. Now I want to divide 9 by 11. After taking decimal, 0 is going to allowed. 11 8 is 88. What is left? 2. 0 is there. 11 1 is 11. What is left? 9. Now this 9 by 11 can be written as 0.81 dash dash. Okay. Why I will to convert these two in the decimal? Because the irrational number is going to represent by non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. If the number is non-terminating and non-repeating decimal number, that type of number is known as irrational number. So I want to write first irrational number from given to rational number. Now see, between 71 and 81, which number is there? I take 72. I take 0.72. After taking 72, I write 0, 72, 20, 72, 30, 72, and 40, 72, and so on. Since this decimal having no end, therefore this is going to represent non-terminating decimal. And I want to check the repetition part. In the first time there are 3 digits 720. After that this becomes 7200. After that this becomes 72,000. After that this becomes new number. No repetition is there. So since this decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-repeating, therefore this is known as irrational number. This is the first irrational number which lies between these two rational number. After that we can write second. Which number you want to take? You take any number between 71 to 81. I want to take 75. After 75, I take 1. 75 double 1. 75 equal 1. 75 4 1 and 75 so on. Since this decimal having no end, therefore this is known as non-terminating and no number are going to repeat. Therefore this is the representation of non-terminating and non-repeating. Every decimal which is non-terminating and non-repeating is known as irrational number. So this is your second irrational number. After that I want to take new number between these two numbers. I want to take 80. 0.80. 0.80 can be written at 20, 30 and 40 and so on. Since this is also non-terminating and non-repeating, therefore this is known as irrational number. Now these three are the example of irrational number which lies between these two given rational number. This is your answer. Now I want to solve question number 9, exercise 1.3. What is given? Classify the following numbers as a rational number. I am going to classify the following numbers as rational or irrational, whether it is rational or irrational. Before starting this question, I want to discuss some points. Now see, the decimal representation of any rational number is two types. One is terminating Another is non-terminating. Non-terminating and repeating. Decimal representation of rational number is in this type. And if the rational, it is irrational number, then the decimal representation of irrational number is non-terminating. Non-terminating and non-repeating. If any decimal represent this, this become irrational, and decimal representation of any number is either terminating or non-terminating and repeating, then both number are known as rational number. And you know that any number in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, is also known as rational number. Okay? And if the number is not in the form of p by q, then it is known as irrational number. This is the definition of rational and irrational. This is the decimal representation, and this is the main definition. This is the decimal representation of irrational number, and this is the main definition. Now see, I want to check. This is given root 23. I want to make prime factor. Since this number is prime, so factor of this become 23 into 1. Since no pair is there, so this number is going to remain in the square root. And we know that every number in its square root is known as irrational number. So this is known as irrational number. Now check these two numbers. 2, 2, 5. I want to make the prime factor of this number. Starting with 5. 5 4s are 20. 5 5s are 25. 5 9s are 45. 3 3s are 9. So this can be written as 5 into 5. 3 into 3. This is the prime factor of 225. Now see, in this prime factorization, pair become, the pair of 5 become, pair of 3 is completed. When pair of any number is completed, then is moved from the square root. So this can be written as 5 into 3. 5 into 3 is 15. 15 can be written as 15 by p, 15 by 1. Now see, this is in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0, because value of q is 1. So it is not equal to 0. So therefore this number is known as rational number. This is the definition of rational number. So this number become rational number. Now see, the decimal representation of this. Since and is there, therefore this decimal is known as terminating decimal. And you know that every terminating decimal number is known as rational number. So this become rational number because this is a terminating decimal. Now I want to check this. Since and is not there, so this become non-terminating. This become non-terminating. Now I want to check whether they are going to repeat or not. See, 4 7 8, 4 7 8. These three numbers are going to repeat again and again. So therefore this decimal become non-terminating and repeating. And you know that every non-terminating repeating number is known as rational number. So this is also a rational number. Now I want to check last decimal representation. See, and is not there. So therefore this number is known as non-terminating. Non-terminating. Now I want to check whether they are going to repeat or not. See, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. No number are going to repeat. Therefore this become non-terminating and non-repeating. And you know that non-terminating and non-repeating number is known as irrational number. So this become irrational number. This is the answer of this question. I hope it is clear to all.